Good afternoon. Good afternoon and welcome to the 2018 Convocation ceremony for the Departments of Mathematics and Statistics. My name is Jeremy Tyson. I'm the interim chair in the Department of Mathematics. Thank you all for joining us this afternoon to congratulate and honor our talented and very large graduating class. To the graduates, congratulations. We're all immensely proud of all of your accomplishments and your hard work and your dedication. You've completed demanding programs of study in fields with tremendous potential and opportunity. We're very excited to recognize you today, and we look forward to hearing about your many future accomplishments as our newest alumni. The family and friends who have come, thank you for coming to celebrate with us. We're really happy to have all of you here. And we are very pleased to be able to celebrate with you today. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the 2018 graduating class in the Departments of Math and Statistics. Could all be seated? Before we continue with the ceremony, one brief announcement. As a courtesy to all those in attendance, please silence your cell phones. Thank you. Joining me on stage are members of the faculty in the Department of Mathematics and Statistics who I will now introduce. Please stand when your name is called and remain standing until everyone is introduced. If you can please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. William Habush, Professor of Mathematics. Jared Bronsky, Professor of Mathematics. Ivan Dursma, Professor of Mathematics. Robert Muncaster, Professor Emeritus of Mathematics. George Francis, Professor Emeritus of Mathematics. Allison Champion, Associate Director of Undergraduate Studies in Mathematics. Jennifer McNeely, Director of Mathematics Merit Workshop Program. Hugo Chen, Professor of Statistics. Annie Xu, Professor of Statistics. Feng Liang, Professor of Statistics. Carly Flanagan, Instructor of Statistics. Kay Kirkpatrick, Professor of Mathematics. Pierre Albin, Professor of Mathematics. Zhongjin Ruan, Professor of Mathematics. Richard Laugesen, Professor of Mathematics. Philip Hieronymi, Professor of Mathematics. Hal Schenk, Professor of Mathematics. Kenneth Stolarski, Professor Emeritus of Mathematics. Bruce Resnick, Professor of Mathematics. Burak Erdogan, Professor of Mathematics. Rui Loja Fernandez, Professor of Mathematics. Alexander Yang, Professor of Mathematics. Lee DeVille, Professor of Mathematics. Xiaofeng Shao, Professor of Statistics. Darren Glossmeyer, Instructor of Statistics. Karen Mortensen, Professor of Mathematics. David Unger, Statistics Undergraduate Program Director. Douglas Simpson, Chair and Professor of Statistics. Leonard Pitt, Professor of Computer Science. Runhuan Feng, Professor of Mathematics. Robert Kwan, Head of Global Commercial Property, AIG. Matthew Ando, Associate Dean for Life and Physical Sciences, College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. Randy McCarthy, Professor of Mathematics. Please give another round of applause to all of our faculty who have joined us here today. It's now my pleasure to introduce Matthew Ando, Associate Dean for Life and Physical Sciences in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. Professor Ando served as Chair of Mathematics from 2011 to 2017 when he assumed his position as Associate Dean. We are delighted to welcome him back to our department convocation this afternoon to represent the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences.
It's a pleasure. Thank you, Jeremy. It's a pleasure to be back, but I'm no longer in charge. So if I go on too long, don't hesitate to just drag me off. So first of all, congratulations on this just fantastic accomplishment. It's an amazing thing to get a degree in actuarial science or mathematics or statistics. It's an amazing thing to get a degree in the liberal arts and sciences in the United States. We didn't invent higher education, but the liberal arts education is a distinctively American product, and I think it's one of our greatest achievements, and it's certainly, looking around you at all the people coming from all over the world to study at Illinois, it's one of our most successful and important exports. One of the things that we do, one of the things that makes a liberal arts education so valuable is that we bring together so many people from different backgrounds, people of different sizes, shapes, and colors. When you're small like me, size and shape, I'm wider than I look, is a relevant thing. Bring people together of all sizes, shapes, and colors, and throwing them together to figure out how we're going to move forward. That's an incredibly important part of a liberal arts education. I'm incredibly proud of all of you for wrestling with those things over the last few years. Congratulations on finishing a degree in actuarial science, mathematics, and statistics. This is a great intellectual achievement, and it positions you to do really important and really fun things. One of the things about these departments is that they have huge impact. We gave out last year, mathematics and actuarial science and statistics together, about 600 degrees, and you're joining a family of, I believe the Department of Mathematics has 10,000 alumni in the state of Illinois and 20,000 living alumni across the world. The College of Liberal Arts and Sciences has nearly 170,000 living alumni. This is a really amazing group of people. I had the privilege to meet two recent alumni award winners, Mary Lynn Reed, the Chief of Mathematics at the National Security Agency, who's using data science to save lives and avert international crises, and my own student, Daniel Zaharapol, founder of BEAM, who's bringing advanced mathematics and changing the courses of lives of underrepresented youth in New York City and starting next year in Los Angeles. This education and this community are truly remarkable. Let's thank the parents and the families and all those who worked so hard to support you and to make it possible for you to be here. Now, we don't just offer a liberal arts education here in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. Part of what's extraordinary about my colleagues and what makes me so proud to work with them is that it's part of our passion to make this available, this education available not just to the few, but to thousands every year. We graduated 4,000 students in LAS this year, 12,000 for the University of Illinois, and for goodness sakes, this department produces 1.5% of the mathematics PhDs in the United States every year. What we do here with you and with our students is truly remarkable. It's really important, and it's really important for lots of people to have the ability to do that. I want to make an Illinois education available to every student who has the potential to benefit from it. I think that's an admirable goal that we could all share. It's fantastic the sacrifices that your families have made to enable you to be here. And in some cases, you have been the beneficiaries of scholarships, and scholarships an incredibly important part of making an Illinois education available. I'm very fortunate that I now have the ability to contribute to scholarships here. And I urge you that if someday you, like me, are fortunate enough to be in a position to do so, please consider also contributing to make another student able to join the Illinois family. Now, go forth and wear orange and blue proudly. Get to know that larger family and let them get to know you. As you do, we want to hear from you. I want to know the fantastic things you do, just like I know the fantastic things that Mary Lynn is doing and that Dan Zaharapol are doing. Working and learning with students is one of the great joys of being at a university, and that joy continues as I follow you into your careers and lives, and I want to know what our alumni are doing. So, go forth and do great things.
Thank you, ma'am. It's now my pleasure to introduce this afternoon's Convocation speaker, Mr. Robert Kwan. Bob received his Bachelor's of Science in Actuarial Science from the University of Illinois in 1990. For the past 22 years, he's held a variety of positions as part of the multinational insurance corporation American International Group, or AIG, in positions as regional head of personal lines in Frankfurt, Germany, regional head of commercial auto in Paris, France, and regional head of risk management in London, England. He oversaw numerous global programs associated to risk management in the business sector. Later, as global head of group personal insurance, he was responsible for managing a global portfolio of programs related to personal accident, travel, and warranty service. Currently, he serves as the head of global commercial property at AIG, responsible for commercial property business strategies and underwriting decisions. He's currently a member of the Actuarial Science Advisory Board in the Department of Mathematics. Please join me in welcoming this afternoon's speaker, Mr. Robert Kwan.
Thank you, Professor Tyson. Good afternoon, everyone. It's truly an honor to be here. Foremost, I want to congratulate the graduates from the Departments of Mathematics and Statistics from the University of Illinois. You should feel proud and have a great sense of achievement. Be sure to savor it. I also want to recognize the family and friends in the audience. Your support of these graduates through their college years was critical to their success. It's important that you continue to support them throughout their lives. I sat in that same chair 28 years ago, graduating from the Department of Mathematics. My, how time flies. As I'm sure your years at U of I went quickly, I assure you that time only speeds up as you get older. Keep that in mind as you make decisions in your life so that you're able to make the most of it. I still enjoy coming back to visit the campus, even though I'm a bit older now. A few years ago, I had 5 nieces attending the U of I all at the same time, and I came back to visit them. I should let you know that taking photos is a serious hobby of mine. I digitize 50 photo albums of my life and have them all on my phone. Importantly, when I take photos, I actually use a real camera. The lens on a smartphone simply can't compete with a proper camera. That last time I visited my nieces, I took pictures throughout the night. All the college students were spellbound by my actual camera. I could read their mind. What is that relic? Did he steal it from a museum? After a night of visiting bars, we had a late night snack at Antonio's. For those who have been there, you may recall they had a large mirror against the wall. Towards the end of the night, my group happened to be standing together. I told them to look at the mirror and smile. I snapped a photo looking at the mirror, and I told my nieces that's how we took a selfie back in the day. Not only do I enjoy taking photos, I get a lot of pleasure out of going back and looking at them. A snapshot of people together is such a powerful, special reminder. Who was there? Why were we together? What were we thinking? What were we celebrating? I would like to share the story behind 4 photos I took during my career. I can tell you the original picture is not what I always saw. The first photo was me at my first job, 22 years old, a newly minted Illinois grad, about 3 weeks after today for all of you. That giant monstrosity on my desk is a desktop computer, even older than my camera. The screen flashed screen numbers, and I was working alone on a program. In 1990, there was a strong market for actuaries, and I had several offers to choose from. I started my career at Allstate, but I seriously considered a competing offer from a consulting company. It was an elitist company. Their offer was about 10% more, your very own office on your first day, and all the food in the cafeteria was free. While the 10% more in office was impressive, free cafeteria food for a graduating college student was quite compelling. Fortunately, I had a contact at this consulting company that was an intern with me at Allstate, and I called him to get his advice. I was sure he was just going to tell me how great his new company was and I should join. However, he told me both companies were great and it was a win-win decision. However, he told me it was actually a bit lonely to be in an office all by himself. He actually preferred to be on the floor with other colleagues. He felt Allstate was more social, and there was more after-work activities, especially for the new hires. In short, he had more fun at Allstate, which is why I decided to join them. You will probably spend more of your waking hours at work, and it's really important that you enjoy your job and the people you work with. In this photo, I learned that money matters, but happiness is clearly the more important principle to guide decisions for my career. By the way, I had a great time at Allstate, and I still have many close friends from those days. The next photo is 10 years later. It was with my AIG Europe headquarters soccer team in Paris. We were all in our AIG blue uniforms, coming from different countries, different cultures, and we had very different styles of playing soccer. During my time in Europe, I learned a lot about diversity. Diversity is not always about race, gender, or religion, but also about how people seek and approach solutions differently. I had studied abroad in Vienna and traveled through Europe after college before starting at Allstate. However, I always felt I had unfinished business in Europe and looked for a job that would afford me the opportunity to go back. And I was quite fortunate to find AIG through a headhunter. And I encourage all of you to explore other opportunities if there's something more you're looking for in your career. Living and working in Europe certainly helped me grow as a person and helped me gain an understanding of the value of diversity. Each culture has different perspectives, and I found that teams made up of diverse perspectives brings new ideas and new thinking and tend to be more successful. While I was in the US, I was on a development workshop that required all the participants to take a personality test. They separated us into groups that were more action-oriented, the doers, and those that were more expressive, the talkers. I am definitely a doer and can get frustrated by some of my colleagues that want to endlessly debate. However, I learned that a different approach has its advantages, and it's healthy for me to understand this different perspective and approach to work. It was critical for me to be self-aware of my strengths and weaknesses. Only then can I create my own diverse team. While you should look for opportunities to develop your weaknesses, I recommend you spend more time fine-tuning and leveraging your strengths. This is why you should surround yourself with a diverse team of talent and certainly include people with complementary skills. It's also important to be aware of the traits of your peers and staff to understand what motivates them in order to optimize their talent. When I look back at the thousands of photos I have in my career that are filled with many colleagues from over the years, it is clear how the importance of embracing diversity has increased my success. My third photo is of my perfect manager. He was professional, dressed in a suit and tie, and very knowledgeable, an expert in his field, someone I respected. However, I also expected my manager to be nurturing like my parents. I pictured my manager investing much time in me to ensure that I was developed to my full potential. I learned it is important to take risk and be in charge of your own career. When I worked in Paris, I was running commercial auto, which is a product that brings in a lot of revenue, but can equally bring in many losses. Therefore, it was a product you needed to manage with great care. My boss was running several products, and he was very pleased that I was prudently managing auto while he focused on better opportunities. After 3 years, it was clear that auto was not a strong future for me. I had spoken to my boss several times about moving to other areas of the company, but he was not receptive, as he wanted me to protect his career from this potentially dangerous auto product. While this suited him, it was not great for me. As a result, I started to use my network to ensure I was on other people's radar for when other opportunities might arise. After about a year, my efforts paid off, and they gave me a challenging new role in London, which was a much larger role and increased my profile dramatically. It is critical that you own your own career. Identify what you want out of your career and then go after it. It's great to get support from your manager, your mentor, and colleagues, but you cannot passively sit by and count on them to take care of you. No one cares about your career more than you, so it's important you take charge of it. Instead of hoping your manager sees your hard work, be proactive and highlight the value that you bring to the table. Ask, don't hope for what you want. Also understand, you don't have to be 100% ready for your next promotion. You certainly need to have the fundamentals down, and you probably should be about at least 75% ready, but understand that you can grow into your next job. This happened to me several times in my career, and they're great opportunities for professional growth. Obviously, you need to be balanced in your approach, and I'm not giving you a license to be a pest or demand a promotion before you can barely do your current job. However, I have found that people in the workplace would rather rein in a bull than kick a mule. So picture yourself where you want to get every few years and work towards those goals to develop yourself and reach where you ultimately see yourself. My final photo is actually a picture of me in high school when I worked as a manager at McDonald's. Lights were flashing, beepers were going off, employees were turning beef patties, toasting buns, and dispensing condiments in a perfect symphony of making burgers. I was overseeing the process, making sure that everything went smoothly, looking like a great leader. I learned a lot at McDonald's about process and management, but not a lot about leading. Several years ago, I took a company course, and it really helped me understand the difference between being a manager and a leader. I learned that leaders create change, set direction, align people, promote positive outcomes, and empower people and process. Conversely, managers control complexity, develop plans, allocate resources, prevent negative outcomes, and control people and process. Both roles are really important. In fact, we need a lot more managers than we need leaders. However, in most roles, you need to act as both a manager and a leader. It's important for that each of your roles should determine what % of your job you should be acting as a manager and what % as a leader. Also, you need to understand when you're supposed to be a leader or a manager and act appropriately, as they require very different behaviors. Just as you would behave differently at the library or a college party, the behavior of a manager and a leader is as starkly different. Again, both roles are important, but most people tend to overmanage and underlead. Whether you're acting as a leader or a manager, it is imperative that you treat everybody with respect. You should certainly apply the golden rule in the workplace and treat others the way you want to be treated. It's the best way to succeed. I have this quote from Johann Wolfgang von Goethe posted at my computer to remind me how I should treat people. I've come to the frightening conclusion that I am the decisive element. It is my personal approach that creates the climate. It is my daily mood that makes the weather. I can be a tool of torture or an instrument of inspiration. I can humiliate or humor, hurt or heal. In all situations, it is my response that decides whether a crisis is escalated or de-escalated, and a person is humanized or dehumanized. If we treat people as they are, we make them worse. If we treat people as they ought to be, we help them become what they are capable of becoming. Not only is it simply the right way to behave, both personally and professionally, it gets the best out of your people and earns the respect of your team. With this respect, you gain commitment and passion, which is absolutely essential for your success. If your team is not committed and simply going through the motions, you will only attain mediocrity. Treat your team right, and success will naturally follow. I hope my photos have given you some thoughts on how you can shape your own career. I assure you that you will have ups and downs in your career, just like you do with life in general. Always focus on the positives, and you will do well. And while your career is important, make sure you never forget that life matters most. It's essential to have the proper work-life balance, to enjoy life to the fullest. This not only allows you to spend quality time with friends and family, this increased happiness actually makes you better at your job. I'm sure you have made many new friends here at U of I, and I encourage you to make the time to maintain these friendships. It's easy in the beginning, but it gets hard as you age due to increased commitments. However, I can confirm it's certainly worth the effort. Again, one of my greatest passions is taking photos, and I recommend that you stop and make the time to take many photos throughout your life. They help you remember your past vividly. They tend to focus on good times, important milestones, and times with friends and family. Graduation is certainly an important milestone. You have all the ingredients for great photos. Be sure to take a lot of them today, and I ask that you select your favorite photo, have it framed, and put it on your desk at work. It will be the first of many photos in your own career. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob, for those words of advice. And now it's time for the moment, well, the very long moment in the ceremony that you've all been waiting for, the presentation of candidates for degrees. And we'll begin with actuarial science. I would like to invite to the podium Professor Runhuan Feng, who will present the candidates for the degree of Bachelor's of Science in Actuarial Science.
Good afternoon. May I ask the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Actuarial Science to please rise and come forward. It's now my pleasure to introduce the candidates. Na Amarlina Abu Rujar. Richard Adia Putra. Jacob Axetings. Ariel Amajadia. Stephen Anthony's. Christine Arjana. Nimesh Avashina. Alexis Barra, sorry. Jason Bloom. Andrew Bagins. Chen Yanzhu. Chen Yijing. Courtney Klein. Lindsay Kuzak. Justina Chern Ninja Whiskey. 戴立辉 Darren James David 方可欣 Basilios Franzars 高泽清 高兆成 Anthony Gattuso Brittany Hall 何博宇 Amin Hamani Derek Him 王义威 Alicia Jamal 金鹏 景霄 Gabrielle Kane Ryan Cowles Kevin Curray Joshua Kim Lexi Cohen Adeline Leong 李天傲 Alex Magnowski Brian Mao Patrick McSween Thomas Magavaro Timothy Mose Somel Patel Stephen Pozowski Alon Rantu Lagni Dong Xin So 沈彤 Ang Su Joanna Soroka 陶冠宗 Tanvi Vakandria Lumin Rahimi Mihal Valivanda 王文博 Bill Wong Titan Wiboro Andreas Wijanako Xing Jiahao 张瑞 赵文金 朱延清 左可梅 Sidi Hajar Zulkifli Nuru Farisha Zulkifli. Please join me in congratulating all the candidates. Now, it's my pleasure to invite to the podium Professor Randy McCarthy.
Could the candidates for Bachelors of Mathematics please stand and come forward? Aniruddha Agarwal. Mitchell Almquist. Aliyah Sarah Asari. Zachary Baraba. Prunav Bardwaj. Jihawe Bien. Zeki Chen. Yu Yong Chen. Nirbhav Chupra. Anweshita Das. Carl Patrick de los Santos. Thomas Doty. Brian Doherty. Xuan Du. Tin Xian Du. Andrew Eberling. Emily Elliott. Shulin Fang. Chao Pindan Feng. Sarah Freer. Amen. Daniel Gardi Azabal. Paul Janelli. Ryan Gruno. Hongyu Kwan. Matthew Faust. Yushin Guan. Arturo Guerrero. Amandi Dini Gupta. John Hogue. Patrick Hanuli. Jianchen Ji. Taylor Joniak. Serbi Ganpar. Songjib Kim. Zhang Liu. Jinfei Liu. Chen Yi Lu. Songyu Liu. Dejiaobin Liu. Zixiang Liu. Yuhao Lu. Kristen Miguel Luna. Marilia Marquez. Yehu Walla Work Maluse. Alex Mendez. Mateo Moro. Sungho Na. Benjamin Norton. Vishna Putel. Kasper Piotrowski. Yijin Xian. Carter Wraith. Ryan Reed. Michael Rule. Jose Sanchez. Michael Shirley. Elliot Schultz. Anissa Serlin. Shuni Shah. Yuquan Tan. Muhammad Andana Tarigan. Hashim Tiermizi. Kwan Tran. Tianpei Wang. Wanjia Wang. Samuel White. Kaharu Winkler. Munhawa Wu. Juyi Wu. Yufi Wu. Zhaobu Wu. Fanbu Xiana. Trihan Xian. Shua Shu. Yiki Zhu. Yu Chao Yan. Andrew Yang. Oops. Bai Han Yang. Lang Yin. Eric Zhang. Jingli Zhang. Peiwen Jiaring. Xian Hao Zhang. Yuin Shan Zhang. Mojo. Xiang Xian Xu. Quinn Zhao. Ziji Shao. Angela Zhu. Tsin Nan Zhu. Rao Yu Zhu. Yuan Zhang. Kinming Liu. Jinny Li. Shushen Xiao. Jing Wang. Nizling Rui Zhang. Enge T. O. Could I have a round of applause for the Bachelors of Mathematics? It's my pleasure to now have Professor Leonard Pitt come forward for the BS in Mathematics and Computer Science.
So it's my privilege to introduce to you the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Mathematics and Computer Science. Will the candidates please rise and come forward? Tushar Agarwal. George Alexandrovich. Jaden Ali. Hoyin Ao. Raghav Bakshi. Mohammed Bukhari. Kevin Chung. Lei Chong. Yutung Chan. Sunghyuk Choi. Cameron Dart. Samuel Doan. Asaf Geva. Cristobal Grania. Dave Guoba. David Hugh Harris III. Philip Harris. Jinjin Huang. Shirley Huang. Yijia Huang. Sijia Huo. Mark Jankovic. Ifan Jain. Abhishek Jori. Kay Liu. Evan Mans. Claire Miller. Tyler Parse. Bradley Patterson. Robert Planick. Alfred Sampang. Reed Schindel. Kong Shen. Hansi Amber Shen. Gabriel Shindness. Pavle Kimonovich. Yashin Tang. Na Tai. Chiwan Wang. Junbang Wang. Scott Wolfskill. Jinkong Shu. Ding Zhang. Yihan Zhang. Please let's give them a round of applause. It is also my privilege to introduce to you the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Statistics and Computer Science. Will the candidates please rise and come forward? Karthik Bakskura. Kuran Bhatia. Zachary Brusso. Anshuman Dickett. Christopher Fisher. Zixin Kwan. Brian Griffin. Casey Kura. Kevin Lin. Simon Liu. Nathan Marasegan. Max McCarthy. Michael Rush. Aldo Sanjoto. Ismail Sharif. Rahul Saraso. Raj Sarana. Michael Tonaritis. Patrick Wong. Kirsten Wong. Mingli Yang. Sheridan Young. Edie Young. Nikita Gajula. Let's give them all another round of applause, please. It's my delight to introduce Professor David Unger.
All right, would the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Statistics please rise and come forward? Sarah Allen. Luca Aloye. Theodore Andrew. Nabiha Ayub. Jake Bejo. Rachel Banoff. Emilio Cabrera. Kyle Calcagno. Nayu Chai. Tsui Chai. Yitang Chen. Itziying Chen. Omar Chaudhry. Chu Chu. Andy Contreras. Michael Dahlin. Neil Desai. Xiaohan Ding. Lauren Dynarski. Xinying Fan. Nicholas Favali. Shuting Gu. Daichi Guo. Matthew Hamburger. Daniel Kabakov. Brett Karamitis. Doyeon Kim. Edmund Kim. Myungjin Kim. Sahil Kumar. Maitreya Kundalia. Daniel Dongju Lee. Shangteng Lee. Xinyi Li. Zihao Lin. Jingcha Liu. Junchi Liu. Rinan Liu. Tsuting Lo. Daniel Loft. Lingrei Lo. Iluen Lo. Xiudong Mao. Brett Meyer. Aiden Miller. Sally Min. Dennis Moon. Allison Ozarski. Taroni Pelleru. Yue Xiao Pan. Haben Park. Miraj Patel. Shrina Patel. Sumith Patel. Jason Pelletier. Jonathan Pickett. Mitchell Reuter. Sujong Ro. Timothy Rule. Roshin Samuel. Alex Shirley. Ria Soyamputti. Christopher Tetro. Anupriya Tripathi. Hao-Yu Wong. Dae-Hyun Suk. Yu-Ming Huang. Jing Wang. Wei-Cho Wang. Ziying Wang. Jason Washam. Matthew Watson. Christopher Vlosek. Chen Xiang Wu. Zeyu Wu. Lin Jin Xiao. Yunjia Xie. Bin Shu. Xingying Shu. Zhang Xiao. Wenting Shu. Xinyuan Yang. Dayu Yao. Ziqian Ye. Sung Hyun Yoon. Ashley Yu. Huan Yue. Jose Zavala. Zi Zhen. Yiwei Zhang. Ruilin Zhao. Yuan Zhong. All right, please join me in congratulating your Bachelors of Science in Statistics. At this time, I'd like to ask Run Yuan Feng to please return to the podium.
Okay. May I ask candidates for a Master of Science in Actuarial Science, please rise and come forward. Wu Mingyuan. Niu Beihan. Sun Yuchen. Ying Mingren. Please give them a round of applause. Now it's my pleasure to introduce to you Professor Karen Mortensen.
Will the candidates for the degrees of Master of Science in Mathematics, Applied Mathematics, and Teaching of Mathematics please come forward? Youngwoon Escobar. Samir Sharma. Aditya Narasimha Swaminathan. Venkata Shravani Vadali. Wei Dai. Michelle Liang. Roshi Lee. Nishant Rodriguez. Jenny Shrikant. Let's congratulate these graduates. And now I'm happy to introduce Darren Glosmeyer from the Department of Statistics.
It's my pleasure to announce the candidates for master's degrees in the field of statistics. Will our candidates for the degree of Masters of Applied Statistics, Master of Statistics with a concentration in Analytics, and Master of Statistics please rise and come forward? Yishin An. Kang Yang Xu. Kaiwen Dong. Ross Drucker. Mang Du. Mix up. Ri Hu. Han Huang. KG. Xinyi Liu. Linyi Kang. Kai Lu. Shito Mao. Tianyi Miao. Yu Mu. Binshan Ni. Xinchen Pan. Hangyu Shen. Ro Yun Sun. Shuofei Sun. Yiming Tang. Bango Wang. Mengji Wang. Yiming Gao. Shan He. Suasung Wang. Qiyang Hu. Yue Wang. Yating Yuan, Lingqia Wei, Xingyang Xiang, Jinkei Xu, Zixuan Yang, Luyang Yu, Yuan, Yucheng Zhang, Jiang Jiang, Lijun Zhang, Xiaoyan Zhang, Yiqin Wu, Neelish Shikar, Shriyak Sridhar, Kangji Liu, Hunfei Li, Chaoyang Gu, Lina El Farouk, Yuman Bu. That's everybody, all right. Let's give these candidates a round of applause. Now it's my pleasure to call Professor Xiaofeng Xiao to the podium.
PhD degree candidates in statistics, please come forward. I guess just for this.
People who take pictures can attach the names.
Okay. Christopher Kingson, advised by Professor Annie Chi and will be hosted by Professor Annie Chi. Ouyang Yunbo, advised by Professor Feng Liang and will be hosted by Professor Feng Liang. Yang Fan, advised by Professor Yu Guo Chen, will be hosted by Professor Yu Guo Chen. Yao Shun, advised by myself, and will be hosted by Xiaofeng Xiao. So let's congratulate all of them. So now I'd like to invite Professor Lee DeVille to the podium.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to present the candidates for a PhD in mathematics to this audience. So would the candidates for PhD in mathematics please rise? And come forward. Wafa Albar, who is advised by Jongjin Ruan and Professor Marius Junga, and who will be hooded by Jongjin Ruan. Erin Caulfield, advised by Philip Hieronymy and hooded by Philip Hieronymy. Ju Yun Chung, advised and hooded by Professor Richard Lageson. Li Gao, advised by Professor Marius Junga and will be hooded by Professor Jongjin Ruan. Nicholas Kozar, advised by Professor Yuli Barishnikov and hooded by Professor Richard Lageson. Melinda Ladius, advised and hooded by Professor Pierre Albin. Junxian Li, advised by Professor Alexandru Zaharescu and hooded by Professor Richard Lageson. Xia Liu, advised and hooded by Professor Richard Lageson. Matthew Mastroni, advised and hooded by Professor Hal Schenk. Kara Monaco, advised and hooded by Professor Alexander Young. Michael Oyengo, advised and hooded by Professor Kenneth Sterlarski.
Nima Rasek, advised by Professor Charles Resk and hooded by Professor Matt Ando. Michael Smith, advised by Professor Charles Resk and hooded by Professor Richard Laugesen. Hong Fei Tien, advised and hooded by Professor William Habouche. Mingyu Zhao, advised by Professor Marius Junga and hooded by Professor Zhongjin Ruan. Arjun West, advised by Professor Vadim Zharditsky and will be hooded by me. Anna Wygant, advised and hooded by Professor Alexander Young. Schult Wagner, advised by Professor Yoshi Balog and who will be hooded by myself. Joel Villatoro, advised and hooded by Professor Rui Fernandez. Ebru Toprak, advised and hooded by Professor Barak Erdogan. And let's congratulate all of our PhDs one more time. I now present Professor Jeremy Tyson for the closing remarks.
Thank you. It's truly amazing to see such a spectacular graduating class. I'd ask all of our graduates to rise at this time. I don't know if there are official words to say, but as a recognition of your new status as alumni of the department and the university, I invite you all to shift your tassels from the right to the left. Let's congratulate one more time our graduating class of 2018. Thank you. You may be seated. So in conclusion, then, I just want to say, you all are graduating today with degrees in the mathematical sciences, fields of extraordinary potential and opportunity. You're joining a vast group of alumni who are contributing to the public good in every sphere. In business and industry, government, education, public service. This is a public land-grant university. We take very seriously our mandate to educate and train future citizens of the state and the nation and the world. It's the core of everything that we do. During your time at Illinois, you've been part of this extraordinary enterprise. You've had the opportunity to learn from many talented and world-renowned faculty, but education is a two-way street. It also takes talented and dedicated and hardworking students. We're very fortunate that we've had the chance to recognize such a class of students this afternoon. And I want to echo what Bob said in his address. I hope that you've all found your time at Illinois to be intellectually stimulating and personally rewarding and a lot of fun. Congratulations again on reaching this milestone. And thank you once again to all the family and friends who joined us for this celebration. Your support and encouragement is vital. We're so glad that you were able to be part of this celebration. Thank you. Let's give a round of applause to all of the audience here today. I hope the rest of the graduation weekend is a wonderful time of celebration for everyone. And finally, let me just say many, many thanks to the dedicated staff in the Department of Mathematics for planning and organizing this ceremony. They're all here, and we should give them a round of applause as well. Our convocation ceremony will conclude with a recession of the faculty and the students. After the faculty and students have departed, I invite you all to join us out in the Krannert Center lobby for a reception. Congratulations again to our graduates, and thank you all for coming.